Hey everybody, we are back for the 1.8 patch, the way we always hope to be, and it's me and Loon here again. We're here to talk about a much needed sword for Kruber that dropped this patch. Loon, why don't you go ahead and take it away? You're the one who knows more about this one.
If you ever read or played a Berserk game, you know Guts has a big old sword that he carries around and cleaves the forces of hell and other baddies with. This is that sword almost. It's not as big, but it's all about cutting heads off. It even has a little custom sound effect for it. So, this sword hits infinite targets, damages 5, has a ×5 headshot multiplier, so on Nightmare you can feasibly kill...
You high ×5?
5 ×5 headshot multiplier, that is.
Oh man, that owns.
So on Nightmare difficulty, you could feasibly kill 5 clan rats in one swipe if they're all lined up properly.
I can't think of another sword or of another weapon that can even come close to that. I think the next closest is 3, isn't it?
On headshot multipliers, I don't even keep track of that crap.
No. I'm talking about in terms of like reasonable kill potential. I'm pretty sure it's ball.
The sword and dagger used to be that.
I think right now it's basically Barden with his great axe and at 3.
With backstabbery, sure. Yeah, actually, that might still be the case because it hits 4 targets.
No.
So we have the stats here. Light attack does 5 damage to the armored heads. It's got 3 shields, good push. There's nothing to not like about this weapon.
A nice stroke on the light attack too. One of the hardest things to use about the.
Yeah, it's like the two-handed sword. You know, when you swing it left and right, you get 6 hits, but it's slow. But let's just take that and make it super fast, and then make it do all the headshot damage. It can one-shot a storm vermin with a headshot. It's a little bit hard to hit their tiny heads, but on Nightmare you can look at killing them in 1 hit. On Kata in 2. Also, it staggers them when it hits them, much like the pick. There's a lot of great traits to be using with this weapon. It's incredible. It's almost a shame they don't have backstabbery, but that would probably have been going a little bit too far. I highly recommend Endurance, Berserking, and Dev Blow. I just don't see myself needing to push a lot with this weapon. It hits everything and has a massive range. This weapon rules. I'm just like, I was so excited.
Also looked awesome too.
Yeah, everybody hears that. There's already people complaining about how everybody hears that headshot sound. I don't know. I think it's cool. See, everybody gets hit. You see how just like you swing the sword and it's like you're painting on a canvas? Except I was making the motion with my hands right there too. You can't see that.
I'm just imagining this being Bob Ross's own weapon now.
There is nothing. There's no accident about this weapon. We didn't get the weapons that we thought we were gonna get or wanted to get, like polearm, spears, halberd, and grenade launcher. Which it could still happen, but this weapon, this was so sorely needed for Kruber. Like, it blows my mind. This turns him into such a juggernaut.
Yeah, this honestly is. Like, speaks very well of Fat Shark in my opinion, because it seems like something that they're doing because they understand that Kruber needed some help.
Absolutely.
Not a whole lot of people were playing him, but they might not have necessarily been able to do it with the grenade launcher and the halberd, which would have taken a huge amount of effort. This is effectively another two-handed sword, but it rocks the house!
It's absolutely Kata viable. This is probably the most powerful DLC weapon they have released yet. Which, I really hope we don't go down the path of the glaive, where they nerf it to uselessness. I still stand by saying the glaive was never that powerful to begin with, but this weapon is undoubtedly a beast.
I mean, the only main thing that I could see them doing is having it hit a couple fewer targets, but even that I see as a difficult one to swing because you have to hit the heads.
Because it's already doing low enough damage. It's all about getting headshots with this weapon.
Oh, the Emperor! You have to hit the heads, and that's not simple.
This weapon kind of zeroes in on it like a rabbit eating a carrot.
I'll go with that simile for a while, but...
I mean, it's the best I came up with while I was editing the video together.
Sure.
So, Kruber really needed a weapon that helped him solo the Ogre, and without taking damage, it was accomplished.
Good.
See, 120 damage, that's not bad at all. That's kind of like the damage you could expect from the backstab. Well, a weapon with backstab at any rate.
Good night, Roger. We won't miss you. Oh, are you kidding me? He's still up. Not anymore, he's not.
Time to celebrate!
I believe that one. Well, good for you, Kerber. You finally getting some time in the sun.
We've got a 1.8 changes in balance thing coming up. The love for Kruber hasn't stopped with this sword. No. He's gotten even better, and we'll see that shortly if you'll join us again.